Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. In the last episode, we tracked down Gore, defeated him, got the plasma beam, and we made our way back here to the Aurora Chamber, and got the communication network back online. So, now we're going to talk to the AU and figure out what we need to do in order to get to the seed here on Elysia.
Thank you, Samus. We have restored our connection to Skytown's network. Now we can execute our plan to destroy the Leviathan. We must first disable the Leviathan's protective shield. Unfortunately, the generator for this shield is hidden beneath the dense clouds of Elysia, and so is impossible to reach directly. As an alternative to destroying the generator, we have calculated that a massive thermonuclear explosion would likely destroy the shield itself. This facility possesses the components to create such a device. We would like you to build this device and drop it on the Leviathan's shield. Unfortunately, the components are too large for you to lift unaided. You will need assistance to move and assemble them. There is a Federation landing site far to the east of Skytown. You will be able to find something to help you there. We will upload the current map data of this area to your suit. This should help you get started. Good luck, Samus.
So instead of destroying generators, this time we're just going to drop a giant bomb on it. Which, you know, of the two methods, it's a little bit cooler. So, in order to do that, we're going to need to upgrade our ship again. So, there is a transport to another area of Skytown. This is the way that you get to it. So, we're going to need to head to the spire here, which means we will need to head out this door. And we'll start making our way in that direction. I'm going to try to be sneaky and avoid these, and I was not sneaky.
Ship status update. Auto repair functions complete. Ship is ready for use.
Oh, that was pretty fast. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm impressed that our ship was able to repair itself that quickly. Of course, you wouldn't be able to fly anywhere without it, so they have to kind of give you that ability. So, this ship missile expansion, we've been staring at it at least once. We can now get that since we have the plasma beam, so we can destroy this plate, which actually does nothing. It's this one that we want. So behind this one is a morphal tunnel. I think we need to go down the left side. If we roll down this will take us all around. Yep. Eventually, if we keep going here, I just realized I could be boosting through this to speed this up. We get to the end, and that's where the missile expansion, the ship missile, is waiting for us. Okay, so if we try to go through here, we'll see this is a tall room, and it's too tall for us to get up right now. So you know what that means. Forced backtracking.
Samus, perhaps what you require to access the Federation landing site in the east is not on this planet. The item you need may reside on a world you have previously visited.
So if there's one thing that I have to say, it's kind of a minor complaint, is I don't mind the fact that like we're backtracking to get an item, but I felt like Prime 1 pulled it off the best in terms of it didn't really like hold your hand and tell you, oh, you need to backtrack now. You just kind of did it because you couldn't go any further.
I will unlock this area, allowing you to command your ship to land.
And in Prime 2, You know, there were still those forced backtracking sections, but they felt a little bit more forced just because you had the major areas of the game, just the way that it was structured. And this game kind of piles it on even more because they're giving you dialogue telling you that you need to backtrack. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it's just kind of the game is a little bit more linearized in that sense. So we will be heading back to Bryyo now. So we'll save and enter our ship. And we will make our way there as quickly as possible. Let's go out to the galaxy map to Bryyo. And we're going to go to Fiery Bryyo here because that's where we need to go. Okay, so now that we are here, let's see what we can do. So the enemies have kind of shifted around again. I think you will find fewer, if maybe no, space pirates around anymore. We'll see. Yeah, it seems like they're all gone now. So, in this room, I believe we can get something now. Because if you remember these, high temperature beams can melt the ice here, so if we melt those, we'll be able to go inside this wall and have some fun with Morph Ball. And I didn't destroy that one, and I should have. And now I'm wasting time. Any more frozen areas that I should know about? Appears not. I'll try to speed this up. I do like the fuel gel spurts here, however. You can just roll through these if you want. They don't actually do all that much damage. So if you lay a bomb on this, it's going to collapse it, and if you boost across, you will get into this area. So you can fall through here if you want to go back out, but it's difficult to get in here unless you take the Morph Ball path. Alright. This is an area that we have not been in Fiery Bryyo before. So let's activate this. And this will get us a lore entry. This is prophecy. As time slowly passed, I grew old. Even the combined power of magic and science couldn't cheat death forever. In order to preserve Bryo's environment, I would need a successor. Finding one was a daunting task, for most of the folks saw me as a monster. Time passed quickly as I searched, and my efforts appeared to be in vain. Seemingly by chance, I found a young primal wandering the wastelands and rescued her. But this was not a chance encounter. She was a prophetess, tirelessly searching for the last Lord of Science to speak about her visions. In her dreams, she saw a starborn death coming to Bryyo, and with her vision came a plea to save our world. Based on her information, I began work on improving the existing decontamination equipment to help prepare a defense for Bryyo against the eventual catastrophe. So this room here connects the main gel refinery site to this area. So I think this is Imperial Hall. So it's kind of a little loop around, but there is a good reason for doing this, and you may have seen it. It is a missile expansion up here on this ledge. So now that we've gotten that, our next goal is going to be this room right here. So there's a plasma door here. And, you know, we have the blast beam, so it makes sense that we would want to go there. Of course, since we left, this guy's back. Oops. Did not want to activate you. Now, did I screw it up? I'm actually surprised it's just continuously burning. I think I might have screwed this up. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll just activate the platform. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, we got more of these, which we can actually just take out in a single shot, thanks to the plasma beam. And we're gonna have to make our way back up here. Attach to me. I want to fly. Okay, we don't need to get the missile expansion again, so we'll just go to this ledge. So the last time we were here, there was this kind of fish-looking thing. And here's the door that we are looking for. But not the droids. Okay, so with this room, we've got ourselves a puzzle. I can't actually jump well here. There we go. So if you shatter this, it's kind of like a battering ram of sorts. And it will come down from the ceiling. And now what we need to do is activate this golem here. It's going to bang that gong over there. And that's going to turn the room around. Or rather, it's going to activate something that will allow us to turn the room around. Slight difference. Alright, so generally it's a good idea to over-rotate it a little bit, because if you don't, and then you lay the bomb to get out of there, it will go all the way back to its original position, which is not a fun time. So then we need to activate this again. That's going to smash the wall there. And we now have access to a portal. So now we're thinking with portals. We can't scan the actual portal itself, but nothing else to do but just walk into it. This is kind of cool how it does this. And of course, it's loading the next area while we're waiting. But we get a friend voucher for coming to this new area. So welcome to Bryyo Ice. So obviously very reminiscent of Phendrana Drifts. I think the music has some kind of nods to that track in it. So we can melt these with the plasma beam, including this floor here. Well, it looks like we're trying to receive some communication, but do not have a good signal. So, you can activate this if you want to go back up, but we don't need to go back up that way since we actually can't leave this area at present. We're stuck until we get a certain something. So these are Chozo statues. And in the middle here is a new upgrade. And it is the screw attack. So this was a pretty late game item in Prime 2. But they're giving it to us a little bit earlier in this game. Which again I'm okay with because the more mobility based upgrades you get earlier, the happier I am. So it works exactly the same as it did in Prime 2. After doing a space jump, you can press B up to 5 more times. Each one will get you an additional jump. It's good for crossing horizontal distances. You can't do anything with it vertically unless you have these wall jump surfaces. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Just perform a screw attack into it and you'll start jumping up. And there's nothing we can do about that. Not too difficult. They're lenient on the timing. If you don't jump off the wall right away, you'll start sliding down, which means you will lose a little bit of height, but it's not too big of a deal. So, if we shoot this, the palm will flip over. So we're going to want to do that. It will not stay like this forever, however, so you'll want to get off of it quickly. There is a ship missile expansion over here on the head of one of these statues. And we're just going to jump to the other ledge from here. Because, yeah, it should be flipping back any moment now. Okay, so in order to deactivate the store, I have to pull on that. Or, rather, deactivate the lock. So you don't need to activate that cannon down there just because by the time you get back to this area, you can just screw attack across this gap. So there's also a lore entry down here that I always seem to miss on the way down, but luckily it's very visible on the way back. So this is our plea. Sadly, disaster came to us before we could finish our work. An accident caused our supply of fuel gel to explode, sending fire to the sky and exposing our position. It was not long before a primal warband saw the great fire and rushed to attack. Without a way to power my great Moganars, I had no way to defend myself from their assault. Flaying would only drive them to pursue us to no end, and they would show no mercy to either one of us once caught. I had no other choice except to stand my ground while the prophetess fled to safety. With her I sent the records of the past in hopes that they would both find sanctuary. You now read my last words, etched in stone and placed by the prophetess. We speak to you from beyond the grave, to plead with you, save our world from the starborn plague. Lift the veil of hate from the eyes of our people. May our remaining relics serve you well in this struggle. So I believe this is the last of the Bryyo lore entries. Let's go into the logbook. We haven't done it in a while. Nope, that is not it. Still have 4 left. So, it is chronologically the last of them, however. So I was correct about that, at least. And while we're here in the logbook, let's actually take a look at, not you. So we need 5 more Galactic Federation scans for the lore. We're only at 5 out of 12 on the Sky 10 data. The last one we don't know about yet. And then all of the research are kind of lumped into this one. So yeah, it's weird. The blast shields do count towards the research entries, but I don't think you get credits for them. So that you do need to scan them, but So that's interesting. And we're doing fairly well on the other scans so far. I'm not going to be surprised at all if I need to go back and get some scans that, you know, I missed. As I've said before, this game is not my strongest suit when it comes to completing the logbook. But yeah, this part is just kind of, you know, being a tutorial for you in terms of learning how to do the screw attack wall jumps. Of course, it's not too difficult, and really the number of situations that you need to use them in is limited because it's basically just the same action every time. In any case, though, I think this will actually be a good place to end off this episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. I've been redxparasite, signing out.